Hi, everyone, and welcome to another pick a card reading. This one on the subject of which doors are opening next for you. So, as usual, um, just focus your mind and connect to see which is the right number for you. Don't worry about the doors, the colours of the doors, the numbers, anything like that. Just focus on 1, 2, or 3 and asking yourself, your higher self, your guides, whatever guides you most strongly, which number is yours. Also, if you are interested, I am starting a pick a card channel on Instagram. So I will leave a link to that below the video. I hope you enjoy it. Enjoy your messages. Okay, so if you chose number one, group number one, it looks as if your focus is going to be on career for the time being, and it looks as if the doors opening to you will be opening in that area. So looking at the past energies, some of you may have felt that you've missed out on opportunities in the past. There's almost a sense of having been deceived, having been robbed of something that should have been yours. You could have missed an opportunity. You could have missed out on a promotion. You could have missed a chance to move ahead with something. And it could be that you actually were the person who robbed yourself of this because of a lack of confidence. But there's a sense that you really should be in a much better place by now. This is your feeling. I do feel that some of you in this group have been praying for an answer to something. It could be praying for an answer to how can I move ahead? How can I release my own blocks and limitations that might be preventing me from moving ahead? How can I release anything else in the world, in the environment, in my environment that could be stopping me from moving ahead? So I do feel that this is a strong focus for some of you. And you've had in the past to be very sort of very persevering in order to keep going, keep believing that change was coming at some point. And you've just kept going, motivated to some extent by love, by a passion for what you do, by the desire to do something that you really care about. And for some of you, it will just be a job that you need to focus on, that you wanted to have a better standard of living from. But I feel for a lot of you in this group, your energies in the past have really been focused on trying to move something ahead that you really care about, that you really have a deep passion for, and trying to keep believing that your transformation is just about to come. It's just around the corner, that big change that's going to make all the difference, that's going to put you where you are supposed to be in life. And make sense of all the struggle, all the work on yourself, all the things that didn't work out, and bring you to those opportunities. And when you get to those opportunities, give you the confidence to actually grab them with both hands and say, yes, this is me, this is my chance, I'm moving forward now. So there's also been a sense of you trying to see the bigger picture, trying to hold on to your faith, trying to hold on to that sense of time isn't running out. It's okay. There's plenty of time. It's not about time. It's about the journey. It's about enjoying the journey. I'm enjoying the journey, so everything's fine. So this is the past, and what I feel is coming very soon is that the doors that you've been praying for, whether they are doors within your consciousness that allow you to take the opportunities or the opportunities themselves, these doors are about to start opening. You may be thinking of moving. You may be thinking of moving to a new place. It may be that in the past you've considered that and you've thought, oh, maybe things would be better if I moved. Maybe if I lived maybe my house is holding me back. Maybe the people I live with are holding me back. Maybe I just feel suffocated where I am. Maybe where I am doesn't feed me, doesn't feed my soul, doesn't energize me. Maybe it's the house. Maybe it's the town, the city, the country, the planet. There's not much we can do about that at the moment. Well, I don't know. We can talk about that. But yeah, so for some of you, you'll actually be moving to a new location, or you may have considered that in the past as a way of solving the problem. So for part of this group, that will help. You'll be in a fresh new energy. You'll be able to cut ties with things that have been limiting you. You'll be able to have a fresh new perspective, a new break, a new sense of possibility ahead of you. And for others, you might have just discovered that, well, it's not about where I am actually. It's about me unlocking myself inside and starting to capitalize on the things that have always been on offer, regardless of my location. So, location does matter. And I know that for some of you, it is going to make a difference because, there's a reason that writers will often go off, head for the hills, and be in seclusion in a completely different location, sometimes a different country, just to get focused and get away from distractions. So don't underestimate that. One of the doors that will be opening to you, actually, group number 1, is going to be a physical door. It's going to be a new home. It's going to be a new location, a new situation, or you'll be walking into a new place of work that allows you to do your best work, if you like. So at the moment, it looks as if you've been dealing with some toxicity in your environment. This could be not necessarily, toxicity, it sounds so dramatic, doesn't it? It could be anything at all that you unconsciously use as a way to hold yourself back. So it could be the idea that someone can stop you. It could be hiding out by comfort eating or taking in substances that you know are not good for you, that sabotage you, that will make you too tired to get up and make those videos or go for those interviews or whatever, look for those auditions or practice your instrument or write the next chapter of your book. So there is some toxicity at the moment that you need to address, something that's possibly linked to you having been locked away up to this point, which is why this metaphor of doors is actually very powerful for this group, because those doors need to start opening now. You've got a lot to look forward to. There's a lot of excitement ahead of you, and sometimes you do get a lot of optimism. You get very inspired, you get very excited. Your key to actually opening some of these doors is to continue to trust in your divine purpose and not be distracted. For some of you, there's an ex lurking in the background that's always a source of temptation that could pull you back into wondering about the past, nostalgia, what would have happened if, could this have been different, might that have worked out differently? And you're being asked to heal from the past and be patient with yourself about that. If you're one of those people this applies to, I know this isn't going to apply to everyone. For some people, that toxicity is connected to the ex, and you need to cut ties, move on, focus on yourself for the time being. Other doors that are going to open for this group, another door, apart from career opportunities, another door is influence. So you felt as if you haven't had enough influence, either you haven't been put in the right position. You've got lots of great ideas. You really should be in a more senior role. Or you're building a social media channel, but you just are not getting the views. You're not getting enough eyeballs on what you're doing. Or you're, going to venues, but, they're not a big enough crowd. Or you're just not managing to connect with people who really are going to be moved by your message, by your talks, by your music, by your books, whatever it is. So your influence is also going to be growing very soon. This is the next door that's going to open, possibly in sequence, in a linear way, that your career doors are going to start opening, and that is going to lead to an opening of those doors in influence. And you are being asked to trust in the miraculous, expect the miraculous and wondrous to emerge, but you must work on yourself and get rid of this feeling once and for all of, oh, it's not the right time yet, oh, I'm not quite ready yet, oh, I need to prepare this in this way, oh, I need to rehearse in that way, oh, I need to make sure it's perfect. All of that needs to start to dissipate in order for those doors to open. The divine will tell you, will always have that sense of divine timing as to when to actually take each particular opportunity. And those particular opportunities will open up in divine timing when they're supposed to. However, it's not for you at this point, group number one, to hold yourself back in any way by with this illusion that you're not ready somehow. Okay, because you're ready. It's time. You're ready. You just need to open up that door of faith and self-belief and step into your destiny. Another door that's opening up, looking into the future now. You've got the Hermit and you've got an oracle card of solitude. So another door that's opening up. It's a beautiful door for you, because I feel that it's, oh my goodness, I love this card combination. I feel that this is long overdue for this group, that you get to spend some time alone. So whatever it is that was crowding your mental, emotional, and physical even space, that's another door that's going to open to you. The door to solitude, the door to peace and peaceful times of reflection, the ability to just stop the wheel for a while of endless communication and to just think things through slowly. It's quite possible that that's actually going to help you with knowing that you're worthy of and ready to embrace new opportunities, getting rid of the clutter from your life and your mind. You might actually be downsizing a bit, like moving some of the things out of your physical space so that you can think more clearly, travel more lightly, and, be more light on your feet, be less burdened by concerns as well. But also, you're being asked to go fearlessly forward into the future. You're being asked to just trust your dreams. Also, you might actually want to start making a note of your unconscious dreams. There are your dreams, which are your goals, but there are also unconscious dreams. It might be time to start noting those down in your journal, because they're wanting to show you things. So there's a big door to the unconscious that's trying to open up, and that's trying to lead you, that's trying to guide you. So you might have actually experienced that recently. If not, that will be coming very soon, that you will start to develop a stronger link between your conscious and unconscious mind. Your intuition is going to start leaking into your dreams and into your daily reality much more. So if you're a reader, if you're an intuitive, if you are someone who is in service to others, these gifts are going to start coming more into your life to help you to navigate your way thoughtfully through, this, what might have been a very confusing pathway for you. So that's another door that's going to open, a door to the guidance and to the unconscious and to all the things that it's trying to guide you towards. So guidance from the higher self, guidance from the unconscious mind, and the wisdom from your guides as well. These are all going to be opening up much more. I think that's about it, group number one. I hope you enjoyed that. It's going to be an interesting time for you, because it looks as if you've made lots of gestures to others. You've sown lots of good causes. You've really got lots of really good karma, and it's been a sense of when is some of that love going to start coming back in your direction. Not that that's why we do things, but it's been a little bit like you're pouring and giving out all the time, and it just it seems as if you haven't somehow been given everything that you really deserve, and it feels as if there's a much nicer, kinder time ahead. But remember, it does depend on you and how you respond to yourself, how you speak to yourself, and whether you are prepared to open up the most important doors of all, which are the doors to your infinite possibilities, where you start to release all of those limitations and just walk through into another whole new series of brave and wonderful possibilities. I hope that helps you, group number one. I just want to say before I go, I'm going to say this for each group because I know that not everyone watches the beginning of the video. So I'm starting an Instagram channel with picker cards. So I'll leave the link below the video if you want to check that out. And of course, if you'd like to book a reading with me or work with me in any other way, all those links are below as well. So yes, happy door opening. And I will speak to you again soon. Bye. Right, if you chose group number 2, it looks as if one of the doors opening for you next is door to love, door to romance, door to big wishes coming true in that area. This is just one of the doors though, so if that's not something that you're looking for, just hold on because there will be other things. But this is definitely the group that is going to receive big, beautiful things in terms of partnerships of all descriptions. So we're looking at the past, first of all, looking at the context of the past. So in the past, you had some really lovely things opening up, or there was one particular thing that you thought was really lovely, represented a wonderful opportunity, either in love or in another kind of partnership. This could be partnering with some kind of work, some kind of wish. But I see you walking away from this in the past, a huge unexpected event that just shed light on what was really happening in that connection, and you just had to leave it behind. You had no choice. It was that dramatic and life-changing. So it feels as if that was a door that closed. It was a door that had to close. It was very important for that door to close. It also feels as if, and looking at the cards as well, you've had to come up with new strategies. You've had to come up with a whole new plan for your life in some cases. You've had to completely reorganize your life because of walking away from this partnering, this romance. It could be a job, it could be you partnered with an organization somehow, and it was, they romanced you and you really believed that this was the answer, this was the next step in your development, this was the next most logical, happiest, most joyful step. But a bolt out of the blue has just shown you that this actually isn't the case. And what you've been asked to do is to lean into your angels and to trust them much more. So that is one big door that's going to be opening up to you. So you're going to be opening up much more to trusting your angels, to trusting the guidance you receive, and you're going to be opening up the door to love, but divine love, to divine love or divine partnerships. So in other words, the partnerships that your guides, your angels, that God, that the divine, that source has actually planned for you in alignment with the true wishes of your higher self and your soul's intention in incarnating in this lifetime. Because sometimes when we say, the will of source, the will of God, the will of it, people say, oh yeah, but we've got free will. And that's true. But sometimes when we go so far off course from what we intended, it can be, it can seem very weird to say, oh, you're going against the plan, because it's like, well, I've got free will. Like, any plan is the plan. But actually, if you make soul contracts before you incarnate, and if you have a plan for what you would like to learn and how you'd like to learn it, there's still lots of freedom within that. But we, before we come, we set little things in place that will bring us back online if we go too far off. So, things will fall apart, jobs will fall apart, applications to other things will fall apart. If you're applying for some sort of sponsorship for something that's really not actually your true path, those things won't work out. If you're in a connection that's actually going to lead you away from your destiny, away from God, away from your higher self, your truth, your love, your the divine love, that's not going to work out. At some point, those things, there's going to be that rumbling of thunder that you knew was coming, because on some level you knew this wasn't right for you. and it's all just going to be dismantled. So for some of you, that's where you've been. That's your past leading up to you to this point. It felt like a wish come true. It felt like the thing that you were waiting for, the thing that was going to make sense of everything, make sense of life, make sense of you even. But your angels and guides are saying, no, it doesn't work like that. What makes sense of you is getting as close in alignment, as much in alignment as you possibly can to what the divine blueprint is for this lifetime. And then you find that true satisfaction, that joy. That's when you find that the things, the people, the situations in your life really do light you up and don't challenge you in a way that's toxic or negative or that makes you feel anxious or uncertain. You always know where you are with them. I'm not saying anything's absolutely perfect, but you should never feel played with or toyed with or uncertain. You should never feel broken. You should never feel as if someone's pulling you away from your divine truth, your divine light, and what you really know yourself to be. So opening up much more to that path is one of the big doors that's going to open for you. So you've got love, but true love, true divine love. You've got opening up to divine guidance, and that will lead you back onto the true path. So the biggest door for you, group number 2, that's going to be opening, that's significant, is the doorway that leads you back onto your divine path. So if you've been neglecting your gifts, your talents, your spiritual gifts maybe, or any other creative talents, or anything at all that you would say, this is actually really who I am, that's all going to be coming back online when you walk through that door, which is about to swing open. This door actually could swing open by means of some kind of opportunity to be creative, opportunity to share your spiritual gifts, opportunity to be what you would call much more me, being much more me. And that isn't to say that you don't still have the day job or whatever it is that is supporting you at the moment. It's just a tweaking. It's a redirection, is what my guides are saying. It's a redirection, a mild and gentle redirection. So for some of you, you won't even really notice a change, but there will be an amplification of what you really set out to do before. It's just going to come bouncing back in again in a really bright and lovely way, in a way that really inspires you. So that's your biggest door, is the doorway to your path, your true path. Some of you have been praying. Some of you have been praying from your heart, knowing that prayer can move mountains, knowing that when you reach out from your heart, miracles can unfold, solutions can just appear, and they can be quite magical. And in the same way, I'm hearing people can just appear, and that can be quite magical. For some of you, you are hoping to unite or reunite with someone. So maybe you've been talking to someone for a long time and you haven't been able to get together. Some of you, it will be someone you haven't even met yet, someone you've met online, someone you haven't been able to get together with. For some of you, it will be someone completely new. Whatever that is to you, whatever it is to you that represents opening the door to love again, that's your second biggest door. And it's about healing from heartbreak. One of the big things that's going to help you to walk through that door is putting heartbreak in the past. It's a part of the human experience. It will pass. Life is beautiful, a beautiful mess. Embrace its imperfections. One of the cards here says, life is not supposed to be perfect. It's a journey, and we're always learning on that journey. So take everything that you've learnt from heartbreak with you as you walk through that door, but don't take the bitterness, don't take the anger, don't take don't be overly guarded. Allow that door to open up and allow yourself to see things as they truly are. See things as they truly are, and don't, miss out on something that could be really special just because you're taking some of the negative parts of the past with you and feeling you have to control things or contort things or just be too conscious of a process rather than surrendering to it. You're being asked not to give up on love. I love the cards, the way the way that your cards group number 2 have just showed up and aligned like this. Um, you're being asked not to worry about competition. For some of you, it could be that you think that, there's someone that you're interested in, someone that you've been moving towards, but you sense that there may be other people interested in that person. You've got to trust your heart. You've got to trust the innocence of what you actually feel. In fact, no, because that sounds as if I'm saying be naive. Don't be naive, but your heart knows what's actually going on. You already have the answers. So, don't let any hurts or heartbreaks or betrayals of the past colour your view of what's happening now, because that's another door that's opening for you. The door back into your belief in love, the door back into actually believing, not just back into love, but also into believing in love again. And this is going to be a big cleanse for you. This is going to be something that really activates you. This is the love that's really going to activate you. For some of you, yes, this will be about re-establishing the love within a connection that you already have. For some of you, it will be regaining that stability that you have within your partnership, and it will be reassuring yourself that there isn't anything that can threaten that bond, and it will be about stepping into the power of that bond going forward. So for whatever your situation at the moment with regard to love, this is a very powerful spread for opening up the door to love, not giving up on love, walking through that door, being guided, and also allowing yourself to be guided back into the path of doing what you really love and what you really feel called to do in service to the world, and also in service to the higher plan for your life, your true plan for your life, before you came in, to honor those soul contracts and listen to the signs and the symbols around you, the signals that the world is giving you, the people that fall away or the people that come into your life, or the little things that are said, the little reminders that are bringing you back to that path. Because if you have a soul contract with someone that says, just keep me on my toes if you see me going off in the wrong direction, then it's quite possible that that person will sometimes press your buttons. Okay, so another door that's opening for this group, the final door, is that you are going to start stepping into your power much more. You are going to start to feel a really strong alignment between who you are and the people you partner with, whether this is groups and associations, a workplace, the people that you reach online, your coaching clients or readings clients or healings clients. There's just going to be an up leveling in that respect of, I now receive what I really feel I deserve, because I've cleansed my heart, because I've cleansed my expectations, I've cleansed and released any sense of betrayal or cynicism, because along with that, you can sometimes let go of this feeling of being unworthy as well. So all of those things, the world is going to start showing back to you that you actually are much more willing to accept something of a higher caliber. And, if that is in the sense of a relationship, a connection, an intimate connection with one other person, then that what you're going to actually experience is that becomes very empowering to you in the rest of your life. So in other words, if you're in a connection or considering a connection, look out for that as, something that will tell you whether it's right or not. Does this connection bring you closer to your destiny, closer to your true path, or does it bring you further away from it? Does this connection make you feel more empowered as you step into your path? Does it make you feel stronger, more able to manifest, more focused? Does it make you feel more motivated, more able, more ready to take that next level, to step up? Does it give you those things? Does it's not going to actually give you your power, because no one can do that. It's up to us to take it. But does it hold space for you to be your best self? And this is something else that I feel is going to be really important for this group. And this is something else that's going to open up. You're stepping through that doorway into power, knowing that you are strong beyond measure, knowing that you deserve to create good things, and then attracting that from your partner, whether that's a current partner who begins to transform and see you with new eyes, or whether that's a way, a metric, a way to evaluate a current partner that you're considering but haven't jumped in with fully, or a way to assess and evaluate future partnerships and whether the dynamics feel healthy and wholesome and supportive to you. So those are the doors that are opening up to you. Group number 2, lots of love, lots of guidance, lots of intuition, and lots of messages about stepping into your power, being your true self, and being loved and supported just for being your true self. Hope you enjoy that. Have a great door opening experience, and just want to let you know also that I am starting a Pick a Card Instagram channel, which if I'm not here, I will hopefully be able to put more energy into that, because I've got so many things going on at the moment. I can't always get to the YouTubes, but hopefully in between when there's time, I'll be able to post occasionally on Instagram. So the link is below in the description box, and the links that you need to, if you'd like to book a reading with me, a personal reading, or if you'd like to work with me in any other way, all the links are below the video in the description box. Okay, thank you, group number 2. Enjoy. Hello, group number 3, and this is your message if you chose this group. So the doors that seem to be opening for you next, group number 3, are the doors to abundance and motivation and expansion, which is very exciting because it feels as if you've actually had a time of, well, let's just say some ups and downs in that area. And you've had to take a good, long, hard look at yourself and ask yourself, what is going wrong here? What's going on? Am I limiting myself? Do I have some weird beliefs about this? Is it something that I'm doing? Is it just the way the world is? And you've had to really take responsibility and really decide that you are the creator of your reality and that it's time to turn this around. So it feels as if you've had times in the past when you've had peaks with this, haven't we all? When you've had peaks when it's all been working out really well, and you've thought, oh, this is great, this is going really well. I'm able to have a good time here. I'm able to relax a little bit. I'm able to weigh up my options. I'm able to play a little bit, have a little bit of fun. It's not all about stress. It's not all about just constantly working. And you've had a taste of that now. So it feels as if you've had, let's just say in the last 6 months or so, that's just what's popped into my head, a time where you've experienced more flow than ever before, where you've experienced at certain periods or at some point, like maybe over a 2-month period in the last 6 months or so, maybe for some of you the last year or so, but you've experienced a period of flow, of abundance that made you realize why it's important, why you need to get a grip on that particular aspect of your reality, how it changes your life, how it changes things for you, how it enables you to help those that you love, how it helps you to just relax a little bit and have more fun, less stress. So whereas in the past you might have had some beliefs about money, you're actually a bit more, you're on better terms with it now. And this is why these doors are going to be able to swing wide open for you, because you are much more playful now. You are much more, you've never been entitled. This is not a group that's entitled. This is a group that's very giving. But you are now beginning to get a sense of, actually, yes, I'm entitled to have something. I'm entitled to be a little bit more entitled. So you're going to let yourself start to have that. You're starting to realize that it's okay to want to have a nice life. It's okay to want to look after yourself. If anything, if you if you get ill, you can pay for medical bills. If you want to just live at the highest optimal health, you can pay for things like, a gym membership, or a personal trainer, or a yoga classes, or a course, or a juicer, a blend. All of these things cost money. Going on juice retreats, going on whatever it is, a rebounder, getting a rebounder in your house. These things cost money. If you want to take care of the ones that you love, it costs to pay for things, and to have days out, nights out, holidays, whatever it is that you want, or whatever it is that they need. And you've realized that it is really nice to be able to just take holidays off, take breaks off, and to be able to relax a little bit more and enjoy the journey of life a bit more, rather than just being focused on the destination. And so, because of that, you've actually opened a door in your mind that says, I think I'm now willing to let some abundance in. I'm willing to let some money in. I'm willing to call it that, and I don't care who knows it. So now you are much more open to that, and that is the big door that's going to open. The way forward is open for that to come in. You're beginning a new cycle. These cards are all about beginning a new cycle and opening up in new ways, which is incredible. You've got begin it now, take your first step, first light, beginning a new cycle, and you've got the way forward is open. So things are going to open up in a really great way. And if there's been something that's been broken a little bit recently, some lack of communication with I don't know, it could be clients, it could be bosses, it could be colleagues, it could be anyone, because it says here, never underestimate the power of a heartfelt apology. It might not be an apology, it might be an explanation that needs to be made, but there is an indication here that connections need to be made, that bridges need to be built. So even if you're extremely shy, even if your tendency is to just hide away in a corner, or you find it difficult to reach out to people, it's not your most comfortable fit to be working for someone else, whatever it is that needs to be fixed, there is a light and gentle and easy way to fix it. It could just be a couple of sentences, but it feels as if there's something there that needs to be mended, that needs to be fixed, to help you to move forward in this area. It could just be that you need to send some emails out, that you need to have a new campaign going, or that you need to build bridges on social media a lot more. It could be that you need to build bridges in your local community. So this apology thing might not apply to you, but whatever is happening here, this is going to help you to open that big door, to get back into the flow of things, to be able to communicate with people properly, and to keep things moving in the right way. So there's something here about momentum. There's a very powerful forward moving action energy here that's trying to keep moving through your reading, and you're being reminded that it's up to you. Sometimes those doors don't just open by themselves. Sometimes we've got to push them open. Yes, sometimes we've got to push and keep pushing them open. There's a very strong Aries energy coming through in this card, in these cards. And before I started, I looked at the Astro dice. I've done that with all the groups, and you had second house, you had Jupiter, and you had Aries. So this is how I arrive at what your biggest door is going to be. So, and for you, it's definitely an expansion in the things you value, in the your ability to acquire possessions, to acquire things, to get more awareness of what you value, but there will be action behind it. There will have to be that sense of having courage, going forward, act first, think later, that sense of just do it, that whole sort of Nike thing, just do it, just get up and just do it and make it happen. So that is going to be your first big door, the expansion in abundance. But I also feel another door that's going to open for you is whichever door you decide you want to open, because it really feels as if this is about you taking action. Begin now, take your first step. You must take action to make it happen. Okay, group number 2. So let's see what you've got in your future, coming in the future. Ooh, interesting. You've literally, you've got a card that says doorway. So, and the card says an opportunity is about to present itself that leads you to a new person. But I'm going to say in this context, because this is actually about, it's so much about money and possessions and motivation and value and did I say action? I think I might have said that already. Motivation, yeah, I said motivation, but action, taking action, getting it done, getting the job done, making things happen. I really want to interpret it in that way, because it's actually a romance card. An opportunity is about to present itself that leads you to a new person. If that does happen, that could be a person who will help to open doors for you. So let's just say that you're working on your own at the moment. It could be someone who has access to a lot more. So you're chipping away one job at a time, or one client at a time, one email at a time. You might come into contact with someone who runs an organization that gives you access to more people, that opens doors for you. So you start, so this could be a time to start some kind of alliance, some kind of connection, some kind of business partnership. It doesn't have to be like a formal partnership with a contract and all of this. It could just be that, let's say you're an artist, you get, I don't know, do artists have agents? Well, I know in music you do. So let's use this something that I understand. It could be you get an agent who has access to lots of great venues, of the kind that you want to perform in. It could be that you get a book agent who then opens up the whole world of all the publishers who might be interested in your book. It could be, anything at all. It could be someone who runs a huge business doing readings and healing and things like that in a shop or in a center, a healing center, and suddenly you're not just chipping away one-to-oneing, you're suddenly running groups, workshops, or you at least have access to more people that you can help, that you can serve on a daily basis. So there is another door opening that's not just going to be your own door to abundance. It's also going to be the means to it. It's going to be someone opening up several doors to you all at once because of all of the people that they connect with regularly. So that's great. And it looks as if that's going to put you in a better flow to do all of the things that you want to do. So the universe is sending you help. You need to tap into your inner power, go deeper, create the purposeful life you really want to have. Your life of great purpose is here waiting to open up to you. But if one of the things that's been holding you back, group number 3, is not feeling you have the finance or the resources or the stability or the home stability or whatever it is, the little cushion that gives you that sense of security, that is finally going to start to move away. That feeling of lack, that feeling of constantly being in survival mode, just keeping up with yourself. So you're moving through now, moving through a transition into that period where you go through that door of working with someone or having access to someone else's resources that leads you back into something that you're doing, something that you're really passionate about. And that's another one of the doors opening for you, group number 3. The passion that may have been missing for a while, where you leap out of bed in the morning and you might already love what you do, but this is another dimension of it. It's another aspect of it that you want to include. It could be very similar, but it's more you, or it's more creative, or it's more spiritual, or it's more allowing you to tap into whatever that flame is into your heart. So, it's like you get this whole new up level, and rather than it becoming like even more to do and even more, it gives you this financial stability to actually have more time to devote to some of the things that you're really, really passionate about. Am I explaining that properly? I'm just kind of feeling like, I understand it completely while I'm hearing it, feeling it. It's going through my head. Well, I'm just not sure I'm putting it across properly. Anyway, put your comments below because I'd love to know if that resonates with you and if you understood it. So, group number 3, this looks very exciting. Also, and again, you've got this a lot in your reading where one card will emphasize another. It's like the universe really wants you to get this and to trust it and to know it's happening. It's like you really need to know. You really need to know that this is going to happen. Under doorways, where it says an opportunity is about to present itself that leads you to a new person, you've also got a card that says someone new is coming. So this might not be someone who is new to you. It's someone who is new to your work or new to your opportunities, or you've thought of working with this person for a while, but now it's about to start anew. The actual working together is going to start. So don't go looking for, over on the horizon, where is this new person coming galloping in? It could be someone you already know. It could be someone you worked with before. You could have worked with them years ago, and now you're coming back to working with them. So let's not be too literal here. It's something new is coming via someone. That's how I would say it in regard to this context, because it's actually another relationshipy card, which is kind of an indication that a new love is coming. But in this context, I'm going to say there is a new aspect to your business coming that involves collaborating or leveling up via the support, help, resources of someone else potentially. It's going to be a door to emotional satisfaction and fulfillment that you've been craving for a long time. Group number 3. Oh my God, that's so exciting. So exciting. So you just need to focus on this. Some of you need to focus your mind. Because it's almost as if you've had lots of little trivial things distracting you from your goal, or distracting you from visualizing and manifesting, and so you don't always wake up with the big picture in your mind, and sometimes you wake up a bit foggy, or you get a bit down, or whatever. Try to remember that you're a multifaceted being, and that you desire a lot of things to keep your mind engaged and keep your heart happy, and trust that the doorway to abundance that's going to help support all of that is about to swing wide open in your favor. Okay, group number 3, I hope that helps you. Just to let you know, I've also been telling the other groups I'm starting a pick a card channel on Instagram. Well, I've started it already, and I'm going to put the link below this video. So if I'm not able to come back here as often as I'd like to, hopefully that will be a lot quicker and easier, because I've just got a lot going on at the moment. So yeah, check out the link below the video. Also the links if you'd like to work with me, or if you'd like a personal private reading with me sent via a private Google Drive link as well. Just let me know, and connect with me via one of the links below the video in the description box. Right, I think that's everything. Group number 3, I hope you have a fantastic time opening those doors, and I hope you get that up leveling. Let me know. Come back in a couple of months and comment if you remember. If not, if you're already actually on the verge of this and know what it could be, I'd also love to hear about that. Anyway, enjoy. Take care. Until the next time. Bye.